Priyan Shara, remember the name. The 24-year-old from Delhi has announced his arrival at the big stage, that is the IPL, with a match-winning 103 that he got versus the Chennai Super Kings. It's not that 103 or a century in the IPL hasn't been done before. There have been knocks that have been more than 103 that have been played in the IPL. There have been knocks that have been played at a higher strike rate than the 245 strike rate that Priyansh Arya had for his century. There have been knocks that have probably been more impactful than the 103 that Priyansh Arya got today. But I think if you had to go through the history of the IPL, there has been no knock more audacious than the knock that we saw from Priyansh Arya. Why do I say that this is probably the most audacious knock that we've seen in the history of the IPL? That is because of the situation. Now remember, most top hundreds come at a time when the batting team is in a healthy situation, or at any given point there is a healthy partnership going. None of those things happened here. In fact, he was batting at one end and wickets kept falling at the other end. At one stage, his team are 83 for 5. No matter how aggressive a batter you are, your instincts kick in. And then even if you're batting at the top gear, at the 7th gear, you pull a few gears down because you are batting first. You want to set a good total. And yet Priyansh Arya did not hesitate from playing his ultra aggressive game. Continued to bat at a strike rate of over 200. That meant a major risk. That meant that he could have been dismissed, and for all you know, his team could have been all out for 100. Or the other thing could have happened, and that's the gamble he played, and that gamble did work out. 219 is what Punjab Kings reached, and this knock becomes special, as I said, for two reasons. One, wickets falling at the other end, yet he's being aggressive. Two, remember, the team is batting first. When you're chasing and you're chasing a big total, then you still have to attack no matter if the wickets are falling. Batting first, you can still become a bit careful. Yet, he was not that. And sometimes big knocks come when you have a big partnership. No, that sort of a partnership of note that he had right towards the end. He did have one with Shashank, but for majority of his knock, no partnership. 67% of the runs by the time he got out of his team's total he had scored. Tells you a lot about what Priyansh Arya has achieved in this particular knock. Yes, he's played 4 games so far for Punjab, this being the one game that he's done well. He came with a huge reputation in the Delhi circles. He got to be known after the Delhi Premier League game where he smashed 6 sixes in an over. But to carry that form in the IPL also justifies that 3 crore plus price tag that he had at the auction. Remember, he came with a base price of 30 lakh, went for that higher price amount, and this is the reason why there were multiple teams bidding for him. He gets 103, but also chipped in with a good batting performance by Shashank Singh, who gets you a very high scoring 50 that takes Punjab Kings to 219, which was going to be an above par total batting in Mullapur. And if you take a look at the entire batting performance of Punjab, you'd have to say that this probably was the worst day for them in batting. How often does it happen that out of your top 6 batters or top 7 batters, 6 of them only get single digit scores? What that tells, if you're a Punjab fan, you should be happy, because if this is the worst day for them and an unusual day for them when it comes to their batting, and yet they get an above par total of 219, that means this team is in a very healthy state. And not just their batting order, they've got enough reserves in the bench as well. In case of any injury, they can come and fill those spots. And that is what Punjab did. And once Punjab got 219, and now I'll turn my attention to the Chennai Super Kings. Nobody gave Chennai a chance. Now remember, it's not that 200 plus cannot be chased. When Mumbai were chasing the other day, we had people who thought that maybe Mumbai can chase it down. Hardik got them very close as well. Then on another day, KKR were chasing a big total at the Eden Gardens. And a lot of people, even though they were chasing 238 plus, people were giving them a chance. Nobody was giving CSK a chance. Even the staunches of CSK supporters weren't giving them a chance to chase 219. Why is that? Because most people now agree 170, 180. That seems to be the range of CSK. And this is a harsh reality that you can see is prevalent This is understood by majority of cricket experts and cricket fans, and that doesn't speak really highly of the state that the CSK batting lineup finds themselves in. And that's exactly what happened in their chase. Yes, you had a Conway get a lot of runs, but then he had to be retired hurt at one stage. Batting at 140 odd strike rate, chasing 200 plus was never going to be acceptable. But his replacement, when he was retired hurt, also Ravindra Jadeja, failed to turn it on for them. The only cheering or a happy moment for CSK fans was the time that MS Dhoni came out to bat. He came out to bat at number 5 today, and that was a welcome change. But yet, he was, even though he tried to knock off a few runs, batted at a 200 plus strike rate, but it was too little too late. In the end, them falling short by 18 runs and losing yet another game. They are hovering around the bottom of the table. Punjab have reached the top 4, and I think the batting of CSK is the real worry. Ruturaj Gaikwad, many feel batting out of position. He's been an outstanding opener, batting at 3, not getting a lot of runs, and their Indian batting lineup as well. They had a Tripathi earlier, a Huda earlier who would do the job. They've gone out. Vijay Shankar has come in, and he's also really not chipping in with runs. So that's the state of affairs. Punjab soaring high, CSK and their stocks unfortunately coming down. Give us a like on the content if you enjoy everything that we present to you right here on Sports Today. Share this video with your other friends who enjoy IPL analysis and cricket analysis. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today. Nikhil Naz signing off.